Having been an Amazon FBA private label seller for over a year and a half now, I think back to all those videos that I used to watch from online gurus telling me how easy it was to make 10 grand a month, or how they made their first $1 million with Amazon before they hit the age of 25, and how it was a passive income system that you could do from the comfort of your own home with no prior experience and literally anybody could do it. I'll admit, I was hooked. I would watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos of people teaching me how to sell on Amazon. And during that time, I would come across tons of videos of people telling me that Amazon FBA was a scam and that you really don't make that type of money and that people were just trying to sell me a course and that all those gurus weren't really making that type of money that they were claiming to make from selling on Amazon. If you relate to this scenario at all, then I made this video just for you. I want to give my perspective of the last year and a half of what I would consider to be the 5 biggest secrets of Amazon FBA that all these fake course creators do not want you to know. As you know, if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I personally don't have a course to sell you. I'm not a coach. I'm on this journey with you. I've told you how much I've made this year on Amazon. So these are just my opinions. I just want to be able to present this information to you and then allow you to make a decision for yourself. It's also important to note that I don't think all course creators are frauds. In fact, I know a bunch of them that aren't, and that actually are genuine business owners that are trying to help people out. I used to actually work for a company that would review online courses, so I feel like I know firsthand when a course looks kind of sketchy versus what a genuine coach and course look like. Or at least I personally think that I do know. On top of that, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I personally am a member of AMZ Champions. I have plans for a future video to review that course, as well as give you an explanation as to why I joined it. If you are interested in checking out AMZ Champions, I reached out and asked for my own affiliate code, so I'll go ahead and put that as a link in the description so that you can go ahead and check that out. Make sure you click the link, helps me out a lot. Thank you. Now, let's expose some liars, huh? I'm kidding. Again, these are just my opinions. I just want to make sure that you have all the information. So let's get started. Number 1, it's estimated that you will actually only make about 30% margins on any product that you sell. When I say that, this is just a rough estimate, so it could be more, it could be less, depending on your product and your market and your price point. There's a lot of factors that go into it. When people talk about how much they've made in their Amazon FBA business, if they are legitimate, they'll show you screenshots of the thousands or tens of thousands of dollars that they've made on Amazon that week. But to anyone who knows business, you know that this is not the full story. Revenue and profit are 2 completely different things, particularly in Amazon FBA. Let's jump into my computer and I'll show you actually what I'm talking about. You may have seen in one of my first videos, I talked about a product that I launched that I had a lot of success with right off the bat. I want to show you just what one of these P&L statements looks like from that launch period. So we're currently looking at May 1st through May 31st of 2022. This is about the time I launched that product. This wasn't the most profitable month I had, but this was a profitable month. So I kind of want to walk you through some of these numbers. As you can see, in the month of May, I made $2,726.21 on this product. But that's gross revenue. That's what the little swipe down screenshot on the Amazon FBA app will show you, is total revenue. But if you look down just below that, you'll see Amazon fees. I spent $727.96. On top of that, I lost another $45.50 off promotional value. So I had a coupon on the product at the time. So anytime that anybody clicked that coupon, that's Amazon accounting for that loss of income for those people using the promotion that I was offering. So if we actually go in here to the Amazon fees, we can see exactly what this was. We can look that there was an FBA per unit fee of $325.80, and then Amazon's commission of $402.16, making up what is my Amazon fees. A lot of people have issues, particularly that talk about dropshipping in Amazon, where they say, holy cow, you spent $730 on Amazon fees. That's $730 that could have been put in your pocket. To that, I say, yes, that's true. That's $730 that I paid Amazon, but you got to understand the value that Amazon is bringing you by doing that, by doing all the fulfillment for me, all the customer acquisition. There's a lot that goes into it that saves me a ton of time, not having to worry about pick, pack, ship, keeping track of customer information, all that kind of stuff that Amazon is doing for me. So for me personally, I would gladly pay them a commission to handle that, but it is just a different business model. It's what I choose to do. Okay, so looking beyond that, if we just counted the Amazon commission, my estimated payout looks here to be $1,952.75, but you've also got to factor in the cost of goods sold, so what it cost me to actually produce that however many units I sold, and on top of that, the kicker, PPC cost. This month alone, I spent $774.65 on PPC. This is important to note because this is your marketing cost. This is your advertising cost. This is what I pay to get my product, particularly at the launch, in front of the customers to purchase it. It's how I can get it up next to my competitors so my customers can make a decision between my competitor and my product. So looking down at the bottom, we can see that although the screenshot may show that I made $2,726.21 that month, in all reality, I made about $798.48 that month in profit. To me, that still is a scalable business model for me. I just have to understand what my costs are and then focus on strategically placing my business so that I can be as profitable as possible, understanding that I will need to pay Amazon a commission and I probably will need to pay significant amount towards PPC costs. The second secret is how long it actually takes to get a product made and on Amazon. If anybody's coming from the Shopify dropshipping world, that's one of the things that draws people to it the most. It's instant. Amazon could not be farther from instant, especially when you're producing your own private label products. Let's just give you a quick walkthrough through the timeline. Number one, you need to identify the product. This is otherwise known as product research and really takes an unspecified amount of time. It's kind of all up to you whether you have an idea for a product or you need to do some extensive research to figure out what you want to be selling. But for this example, let's say you already have the product picked out. So realistically, we're looking at anywhere from 1 day to 2 weeks. I wouldn't recommend spending more than 2 weeks on product research. Number two, you need to find the supplier. Again, this is an unspecified amount of time. It's up to you, however long it takes you to find the perfect supplier. Definitely put some effort into it. But I mean, you could get quotes all day, over and over and over again. The bottom line is you don't want to waste too much time. Find a good supplier with good reviews and go ahead with your sample. So let's say this takes anywhere from 1 to 3 days. Next, you need to make sure that you are ordering that sample. Sometimes, depending on what supplier you're working with, they can rush this to you and get it to you in about a week or two, depending on where it's shipping from. Right now, we're going to assume that it's China. Okay, so next, you've got your sample. It's in your hand. You're looking at it. We're gonna assume that the sample is perfect, everything's good to go. This doesn't always happen. A lot of times with my products, there's changes I need made to the sample. We need to improve quality of the product. We need to improve where the logo is. We need to improve different colors, how it looks, anything like that. So occasionally you'll need to make changes. Again, for this example, let's assume it's ready to go. Next, assuming no more samples are needed, you will place the full bulk order. At this point, you can expect probably 2 or 3 weeks, depending on your manufacturer, for the time for them to actually produce the product in their factories. At that point, once your manufacturers let you know that production is complete and they're ready to ship, you will then create the shipping plan on Amazon, send it to your supplier, and they will get it shipped out. Assuming that you're using sea shipping, you can expect anywhere from like 3 weeks to a month for this to land in the US and make it to an actual Amazon warehouse. Then at that point, once it's received at the Amazon warehouse, it doesn't all check in immediately. You'll start to see units come in, one at a time, 5, 10, 15 at a time, maybe even 50 at a time. But the point is, it may take a couple days, maybe even a week or two, depending on how many units you ordered, for you to see that full bulk order be available at Amazon. So all in all, you really could be looking at, depending on, best case scenarios where your manufacturer is, how long shipping times take, how long it takes to get checked into Amazon, from like a month at the best to like upwards of sometimes 3 or 4 months. So just keep that in mind and make sure you're taking every step of that process seriously so you won't have any issues when you go to launch. Okay, next up, reviews are harder to get than you may think. And unfortunately, they can make or break your product. The bottom line is you just need to make sure that you're creating great, high quality products to avoid this being an issue at all. Getting reviews in the beginning of your product launch is one of the hardest things that Amazon sellers have to deal with, but it's something everybody has to deal with. If you are brand registered, there are a couple tools that you can use to sort of get your product boosted off the ground, get some initial reviews rolling in, and start to get some social proof towards your product. However, if you're not brand registered and you're launching a product, it's not the end of the world. You just really need to focus on creating a good product and having a marketing plan so that when you do launch, you can maximize that prime opportunity to get some first couple reviews and hopefully jump on an upward trend to get your product to page 1. Also know too that once you're brand registered or not, once you start to get the first couple reviews rolling in, you tend to start to trend upwards quicker. For some reason, when people see other reviews, they tend to make reviews themselves, and you'll see reviews stack on top of each other the more your product sells. The next secret is that getting to page 1 is hard in and of itself, but on top of that, you actually need to stick the landing. What this means is, although when your product launches, if you have a good launch, you may land on page 1 due to Amazon's honeymoon phase of an initial product launch. They tend to boost it a little bit more, and your PPC campaigns are more effective. Your marketing and your coupons tend to be more effective. But if you don't keep that sales velocity that Amazon is helping you with in the beginning, you will not stay on page 1. And this can be crucial to your product launch because the conversion percentage of products from page 1 and page 2 drops dramatically. And let's not even talk about page 3. All in all, there's really no secret here. You just need to, like I said, and like I say this over and over, be creating a product that people love, that solves a problem, and it will sell itself. Next up, you will spend more on PPC than you think. I'm telling you, spend the time learning PPC and how to manage it. And it's crucial to be able to create a profitable product launch. PPC can really make or break your business. I know this personally, that a month financially can go from looking completely positive in the green straight to the red once you factor in all the PPC costs. That is why I've spent months and months learning and trying to master as many effective PPC strategies as I can for my own business. Because PPC is actually pretty crucial to a successful product launch, because you need that initial exposure when you launch, but even after your product has been around for a while, you need those campaigns to keep running to keep your product relevant among the new competition that may enter the market. As you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, recently I've started outsourcing some of my PPC to Seller 360. They are an automatic done-for-you PPC management service. And just to give you an update on how that is going, I have been pleasantly surprised with the results that I'm seeing from Seller 360. Trust me, I wouldn't even bring it up if I wasn't seeing a dramatic jump in the profitability of my campaigns. And the best part is, I'm not even managing those campaigns. It's literally being done for me while I sleep. If I stack up my best campaigns that I was running versus what Seller 360 has done, unfortunately for me, it's not even close. With the algorithms and the tools that they have to run these campaigns, the bottom line is they're just more profitable. They work better. They're smarter. After having them manage my campaigns for the last couple months and seeing how exciting this tool is, I was more than happy to be able to partner up together and provide for everybody a full done-for-you PPC management tool. We manage the campaigns from A to Z, absolutely done for you. Imagine having these profitable campaigns created for you, run and optimized without you even having to touch them. I'm telling you guys, this tool is unlike anything you've ever seen before. That's why I was so excited to partner up and be able to share it with you guys. I'll leave my link in the description down below if you're interested in checking out Seller 360. Anyways, guys, that's the list. If there's anything that you feel like I missed or anything that you want to add, or if there's anything that you think I'm completely wrong about and completely off base with, please let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to learn from anybody that's in this business. I also love to hear from new FBA sellers and hear about the experiences that you're having as you start your businesses. I try to respond to everybody, so please feel free to comment below, and I'm excited to further the conversation based around private label FBA. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.